Scene 13. Treplev and Trigorin ready for departure, dressed in their winter coats, each with a large suitcase at their feet. They are both staring into the void.
It doesn't make sense.
What?
The ink.
What?
The ink. It freezes one time and loses all its qualities. Words written with frozen ink fade almost immediately. That's why it makes no sense to write with frozen ink.
Was that you who started up the clock, Boris Alexeyevich?
No, it wasn't me.
Surely it was.
No. Konstantin Gavrilovich, it wasn't me.
It had to be. From the time you arrived, as soon as you were alone in this room and no one saw you, you started up the clock.
Konstantin Gavrilovich, I am perhaps a bit of a scoundrel, but I don't do such things. Don't make such scathing accusations. I never started up this clock.
Please forgive me then.
Done.
Perhaps the clock started up on its own. It started itself and then it started to work again all on its own.
It does what it wants.
It does what it wants.
That is the very definition of time.
Boris Alexeyevich,
Yes.
nothing.
Listen. Such silence.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I've always related snow with silence.
Why is snow more silent than other matter?
It's a mystery.
A mystery.
The mirror detaches itself from the wall. The mirror, holding on now by a single nail, balances and stays frozen at an angle.
What are we waiting for, Konstantin Gavrilovich?
We're waiting for Nina.
We are waiting for Nina?
Yes, we're waiting for Nina.
Is she still responding to all your letters?
Yes, I think so.
With frozen ink?
Yes, I think so.
That will take quite some time, I should think.
The gun that hangs on the wall detaches itself and falls on the ground.
Such idiocy.
What?
Such deluded stupidity.
What?
To want to make a woman happy. It's an idiotic delusion.
The poster detaches from its frame and falls, leaving the frame empty.
Does she know we're waiting for her?
Who?
She does know that we have to leave, doesn't she?
Oh, you're speaking of...
Although,
What you're trying to say is...
in fact, we don't know with whom she will leave.
No. Yes, in the end, I think she'll go with you.
No. I am sure she will leave with you.
The mounted seagull detaches from the wall and falls to the ground.
You know, when one thinks that last year, the last snows didn't melt until April.
But this year may be different.
Everything will be different this year.
And this century will also be different. This will be the century of utopia. This war will end.
Others will begin.
The winter that overpowers us will last maybe 100 years. The snow will melt only when the wind of the revolution loses its power little by little.
And meanwhile, we are going to wait for Nina.
Yes, we are going to wait for her. And we are going to love her infinitely. For impenetrable reasons. Or perhaps simply because in this time of folly, the idea of love cannot die.
Nina advances towards Treplev, kisses him on the cheek, and gives him a letter. Then she caresses Trigorin's hair and stands behind the two men. She stares as they do into the void.
Look, you have received a letter. This is the first?
Yes.
Well, read it. Konstantin Gavrilovich, read it.
Yes.
It is so nice to receive letters. Each letter is a window opening out on
On what, Boris Alexeyevich?
on hope.
It starts to snow inside the room. The snowflakes fall on the three, slowly covering them. The frozen soldier leaves the kitchen and, like a ghost, approaches, and then stops behind the three others. He also stares into the void. The window, which was part of the scenery, detaches itself like a picture and falls slowly. Lights. Nina, or About the Fragility of Stuffed Seagulls by Matej Vishniak. Translated from French by Jeremy Lawrence. Nina Mihailivna Zarechnaya was played by Maria Stevens. Konstantin Gavrilovich Treplev was played by Dano Duran. Boris Alexeyevich Trigorin was played by Brian Shaw. Narrator and other voices played by L.R. Hultz. Music by Sam Clapp, Will Clapp, Jesse Dukes, and Stephen Jackson. Sound design by Sam Clapp. The play was directed by Zheko Jukic.